talking here about the band and how much we love having these guys on this morning. It's so much fun when we have a house band on the show, when they can help us out.
Your morning.
Right, it's so much fun. And I wish we could have you guys. Can you come back every week? That'd be
You
great.
don't mind waking up early and staying up late.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, we're here with Colleen McRoberts. She's with Bernco County Open Space because it's Bernco on the Brew, and we love this. And you guys have a whole lot of stuff going on at the open space, don't you?
We have a ton, yeah. Every spring and fall, we really ramp it up. And we are kicking it off this month, this Saturday, with Bosque Buzz over at Bikeki Open
Bosque
Space.
Buzz? That sounds awesome. Does that mean bees are going to be out there stinging me?
Not stinging you, but hopefully they'll be out there, yeah. We have a wonderful pollinator garden that we can show off, and we'll go look for pollinators of a variety of types. So, you know, bees are really important pollinators, but there's also, you know, a lot of other insects and other animals that are pollinators.
And hummingbirds and everything else.
Yeah, butterflies and beetles and flies and wasps.
Very cool. We got some photos of the pollinator garden here. This is cool. I didn't realize that fall was pollination season for plants.
Well, as long as there are flowering plants out, there will be, you know, pollinators doing their thing. Because one of the things we're going to talk about, our speakers are actually coming from the UNM Herbarium with the Museum of Southwestern Biology. This has been such a wonderful series that we've done in partnership. We have all these experts from UNM coming to present these topics to the public. So it's a great opportunity if you want to learn more about your environment from people who know what they're really talking about.
That is awesome. The UNM Herbarium?
Yep. So,
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds cool.
Absolutely wonderful. They have a wonderful database of dried plants there that you can go look up. And they have been collecting plant samples for a really long time to really better understand, you know, what species we have here in our state.
And who the pollinators are and what pollinates them and when they get pollinated and all that good stuff?
Yeah, so I think that the perspective of this topic will be from, you know, looking at how plants and animals, pollinators, have co-evolved to create this beautiful, colorful, living landscape.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at the different shapes and colors and scents of plants, and especially flowers, they've evolved that way to attract insects.
Right, right. And I think here in New Mexico, especially in the Bosque area where this is going to be, it's an entirely even different group of plants and insects, right?
Exactly.
The high desert plants, and they're also the plants that grow by the river.
Yeah, and that's a great point, because later on in October, we're going to have a plant walk up in the Manzano Mountains at Sabino Canyon. So you could really check out the difference between the Bosque and the mountains. I haven't
been there yet, because that's the one your compatriot Bernco County, Andy Lenderman, has told me about how much he loves hiking and going up there. And I haven't been. I keep wanting to go. And that one is, when will that be? Because that might be my chance to finally get out.
You know, I forget the exact date, but I'm sure we'll have a chance to be on. Yeah, it'll be in October.
That'll be great.
And it'll be a Saturday. It's part of our East Mountain Interpretive Series. But just to make a quick plug for other things coming up this September, we have a bear fair. We're going to be doing that with the Sandia Mountain Bear Collaborative. So that will be
like selling bears or having bears there?
No, but you may see some pelts. You'll actually see potentially a reconstructed bear skeleton that one of our master naturalists did. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
And you know, bears are really important to our environment, but they also, you know, there's a lot of different ideas about how to manage them. And so we'll have a panel discussion to talk about that. And then we'll have a lot of different agencies. We'll have some music that will be presenting different ideas about bears. So I recommend people come out. It'll be very family friendly.
That's very cool.
Chili y Chocolate at the Gutierrez Hubble House will also be happening later this September.
That sounds good. Well, I saw you at the Chili Festival this last weekend.
Yes.
And it'll be great to see more chili and chocolate. That's cool.
We'll have two chefs that will be infusing these two amazing foods into dishes and talking about the history of these staples of New Mexico. It'll be wonderful.
That's cool.
Yeah, huge lineup.
Right. Well, Bernco County's always got something. Bernco.gov. You can see everything that they got going on. But with the thing this weekend, the Bosque Buzz, I mean, there's also going to be some people talking about beekeeping, right?
You know, we probably won't get into beekeeping, to be honest with you. What we'll be talking more about is how you can support bees and other pollinators through habitat, and you know, not only habitat at the open space, but how you can incorporate these ideas of plant selection into your own landscape. Because, so a very interesting thing to know is that honeybees are not native to America. And we do have a wonderful beekeeping association. Beaks is what we call it here, the Albuquerque Beekeepers. And
I love that.
yeah, they're
That's
wonderful.
cute.
If you are interested in getting into beekeeping, there's a great support network of people that will help you do that. But you know, you don't have to be a beekeeper to support bees. You can do that through plant selections. And really, you know, when you think about the native bees that are here, that come in all different shapes and sizes and colors. They're absolutely beautiful if you start to take your time and look at plants, and you'll start seeing tiny little bees to big bumblebees,
Right.
some that are green and blue and have interesting striping. These little guys are really great pollinators. They pollinate longer in the season, longer in the day. They work a lot harder than honeybees. And again, they have co-evolved with the plants that are here in New Mexico.
So that they know exactly which ones to pollinate and how to keep the whole ecosystem rolling.
Exactly.
That's very cool.
But we have an active role to play in that, and you know, we have a lot of their habitat has been destroyed through urban development. Herbicide, pesticide use has an impact. We can make a positive difference by planting pollinator plants in our garden.
Great. So it's Saturday. It's at which open space is it?
This is going to be at Bukeke Open Space.
Well, that's the new one. Well, newish one, I guess. It's on Northern Rio Grande Boulevard.
Alameda and Rio Grande, 9521 is the address, Rio Grande, and yep.
And it's and just anybody can show up, but you should register first, right?
Yeah, we ask people to register online, but anybody can show up. And also on Sunday, every Sunday at Bukeke, we have our Family Fun Day, 10 to 4 p.m. And so it's a great opportunity. There's hands-on learning stations and nature packs.
There's the website. That shows
Yeah.
everything going on. There's little buttons there you can click so that you can basically just register for any of these events right away.
That's right, and if you go down on the open space tab there, it shows you another tab for events. If you click on that, it gives you the entire calendar for the rest of the year. We'll be doing a ton of events almost every weekend from now until November. So.
Sounds great. Well, we got our buddies here from Baruch Tonga who are just so awesome. We're loving having them on.